Jonathan Majors, maybe he popped up in the trailer and everyone's like, well, he's king forever. But that leads me to the new Loki trailer. And I need to talk about this because this is something that just dropped this week. And everyone's talking about the Loki trailer because, of course, for Marvel, it's their next big show. Secret Invasion was abysmal compared to like they've been doing recently. The Rotten Tomato score sucked. People are like really trashing it, saying Marvel's losing their shit. So Loki needs to be good. And Loki season 1 was its own beast. Like people were still like, what is this? Like, but it did great though. And so that's why I came back. I love that first season. I thought it was great. It's different. Loki, I love Tom Hiddleston in this part. And I think if you watch this trailer, which we're going to watch together in a second, but if you watch this trailer, you'll know that it's fucking fun. It's fun. It's crazy. It's weird. And of course, Jonathan Majors effect too. Right here, there's a picture from the trailer, but like, you know, they don't really showcase him. Who knows how much he's actually in it? I heard rumors that he's actually just going to be a small part about relating back to what it was before, you know, before he was like changing everything. And then really, I heard Sylvie's going to be the big villain of this season. That's a rumor coming up. But let's watch the Secret Invasion trailer together. Now, my guests probably can't hear, but we watched it beforehand. Let's watch it together and see what we think together about Loki season 2.
For the record, I can't see a trailer.
Obi?
He is so good.
Hello?
You can't see it?
I can.
I can see it.
We have a little
You're
bit
crazy.
of a situation we wanted to run by you.
Mobius! Wow! Great to see you again!
Great addition to the cast.
He's so fucking good. He's so fucking good.
Wow!
So there's a good YouTube channel I follow. I mentioned before, Screen Crush. Most of them.
Can you fix that?
They had these time slippages
impossible to time
things.
slip
Loki, they were
into TVA.
comparing
I
it
know, but
to
we just saw it
what was
happen.
going on with Paul Rudd's Ant-Man in Quantumania, how like he was kind of unraveling and becoming.
I've been
And I think they nailed it. I think that's exactly what's going on here.
between
It's like this
the past and the
probability
present.
matrix or whatever going on with Loki, and he's
If what I saw is true,
slipping
We're showing
away.
like this whole past thing is like,
there's nothing that stands
it's
between
like
this
they're
world
talking about how
after
maybe it's
destruction.
before
Only one way
everything,
to
so we have a
find
new
out.
reference of like
What?
where it started.
Good old-fashioned
Yeah, I think this is more like we saw a lot of the future. We saw disparate kind of timelines
I take a more
in the
slow,
first season,
deliberate, cerebral
and I think this
approach.
season is going to be
It's
more.
really good
Oh
fun.
hell yeah! Who doesn't want a good thing of key lime pie? I just polished off a bun cake and I want that pie. But like,
Owen Wilson's fucking
us.
killing it.
yeah, all looks great. Sylvie
Leave
looks
this
great.
place.
Is this
Probably the
crack?
smartest thing Marvel's written.
Is
in a
it?
long time, because it makes sense for Loki's
Whatever we
character,
do,
he's the god of the so
we're playing
why not
God.
have him be the reason behind Quantumania?
We are gods.
Fuckery of the timeline. So, good for you, Marvel. I'm actually might invest in Mark Loki.
It looks good. And here's Jonathan Majors
How do you
for
choose?
2 shots in the trailer. That's it. 2 shots.
Believe me. Jacob, I lost
Dice.
interest after like 5 episodes.
Make the hard choice.
What, Loki?
I've given up on Disney.
Loki was great.
War is
Secret Invasion was a fucking.
I only say that to him
time.
because like, if not, I just
always have been, always will be.
I'll probably dump into season.
You watch season 1, Jacob?
Jacob, you have to watch season
Just
1.
watch
You have to
season
watch
one.
season 1, Jacob.
Quit being a bitch.
You have to. That's just way too confusing.
I can't hear anything that anyone just said. Neither can anyone else. Like, you can't hear the sound on the trailer, but the sound is there. So, like, in my ear is a super loud trailer, and then like rumblings of people talking underneath. I have no idea what anyone just said. Literally, not a fucking clue what anyone just said.
Sabrina, you're doing great. You look
basically-
lovely.
is the-
It's a
is the
great
trailer-
episode for you.
Is the trailer over?
Yeah.
Trailer's done.
We were just talking about how I've never seen Loki. They were just giving me shit for never seeing Loki.
Loki season 1 was a lot of fun. And old Loki was still my favorite. Or Gator
Oh, yeah.
Loki is fucking awesome. A lot of fun. I would say Loki thrives in its last few episodes. Like thrives. Really good. Setting up the next phase. Preach, Sabrina. Fuck yeah. Preach away. But Loki itself, they were saying originally before it'd be like open and close.
Thanks for agreeing with me in the chat. I appreciate you.
One season. They were saying
everyone
before.
in the
They
chat.
told us to drink in the chat, and nobody's.
Let's drink. Let's drink.
I just drank. Fuck you guys. I'll do it again.
They were saying it'd be like 1 season before, and it turned to 2. I'm happy about it. The rumors going around. So let's break this down. Rumors going around for season 2. You just saw the trailer, and this.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Hi,
GR.
GR.
Everyone loves Sabrina's hair tonight.
Hello.
hitting it. But season 2, they're talking about what's going to happen next. So apparently, you know, Jonathan Majors, from what we've heard from the rumor mills, Jonathan Majors is not the main villain in this. It's more or less about, like I was telling Sean during the trailer, that it's like what happened before and what's happening now is like who's running the TVA. Because if you watch the first season, sorry, Jacob, spoiler alert, they kill He Who Remains.
I literally do not care.
Jonathan Majors. And now we're going to find out the timeline's fucked up. So what happens next? And the rumor going around is that Sylvie's actually going to be the main villain, an older version of her played by a different actor. And she's the one that's controlling, but she fucks up so bad that she sends people back in time to try to fix the timeline, but it fucks up even worse. And now Loki has to fix it.
So
Like the Flash.
there was another couple little things that Screen Crush kind of shouted out, and I wanted to kind of bring them up here. But the reliance of circles in this season is very important. A lot of the main shapes that you're seeing throughout the entire thing are circles, aside from the teleportation areas, which are still the standard rectangles. But that was not the case last year with season 1. The other thing that we got to see is also, aside from a very interesting Miss Minutes that looks like a Pac-Man ghost terrorizing some...
Pac-Man, for sure.
Yeah, that was amazing. But what you saw in the first season was all these, the main timeline was, created, and it was, you were trying to trim the hedges, right? Trimming the little timelines, the variants happening. Well, if you look at the monitor now, it's all these divergent strings becoming one cohesive timeline. So it's almost like it's reversing what the first season did, basically. So that's it. That's all I got.
And the circles, by the way, basically are representative of the one timeline that the He Who Remains created in the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were saying that too. It's all about making the timelines merge into one and changing it into this new dimension, which is what Jonathan Majors Kang did before, and now it's happening again. And to me, I'm like, I get that. It makes sense. It might actually work very well for Daredevil moving forward, or not Daredevil, Deadpool moving forward. Because again, I know Sean's against this a little bit, but I think TVA is very involved with Deadpool. Very involved.
I hope so, man.
That's all I can say.
I hope so. I think that was a really smart call you made a couple weeks back. I would love to see more elements from the core Marvel Cinematic Universe make its way into Deadpool and not just be throwaway one-liners. I think that'd be a great way to kind of bring them into the fold, if you will.
Like they're pumping out too much content, and I can't keep up with this. And I was like, that was that point in my life where I looked at, this is weird, but like I looked at my life and I looked at what I was watching and how much content was being given to me. And I was like, I used to be a person who I believed in watching everything. Like when I grew up in like the 90s, I watched every single thing that came out. Didn't matter what it was, because I wanted to see everything, because I believe that watching all of the stuff that comes out was how
Marvel
you kept
Vision.
Current, and by understanding by watching the current media, you understand the culture. And I like to understand the culture, and I like to understand like society, and it helps you understand like social constructs and stuff like that. And that's something that really interests me. So I actually study film for studying like social constructs. And so like I watch films just to follow like that stuff. And so pop culture is important in that. And so that's one of the reasons I followed all like what was popular and wasn't popular. And then, you watch your own stuff on your own time. And I realized I was pushing so much of my own stuff out of my own life, and I was ending up, there was so much of this content coming out, it was becoming like oversaturated, that I wasn't watching enough of my own content, that now film wasn't fun anymore. And that I had no time.
Does it make you have fun again, though, Lexi? Make you have fun again watching this trailer, though, at all?
No, because like I hit this point in my life where I was like, the market was so oversaturated and so full of this over and over and over. And I was like, it's the same story. It's the same fucking story. It's the same fucking story over and over and over. It's not different.
I think it is very different.
Loki's like so out there. It's so like
very
crazy.
It's, you know what's out there? A24 films. Those are what's out there. Like if you want out there, French cinema. French cinema is what's out there.
Oh, you want to talk about French cinema?
Get in there, Sean.
I watched an amazing film today called "Smoking Causes Coughing."
Yes, I want to watch that. That's on Hulu.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's on Hulu, and it is fucking amazing.
And you guys talked about that on here, and I cannot wait to watch that. Like I'm going to totally watch. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so fucking stupid. I can't
like,
imagine.
I want to watch it so bad.
When you like that, but like that's what I'm saying. Like when you talk about that,
oh shit,
that's what I'm more excited about in my life than like Marvel content, because like I would rather see something different and new and fresh than the same things over and over, because at the end of the day, all the superhero stuff, all of the stuff that you get, Harry Potter, all of it, like all this fucking shit that comes out, it's the same fucking stuff over and over and over. It's the same regurgitated stories over and over and over. I can tell you the formula of all this stuff. All you do is swap out the template. It's the template swaps, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that if the stuff they're giving me, like action movies, are the same fucking movies over and over, and I'm okay with action movies being the same. That's why you don't remake action movies.
Joseph Campbell, like that is literally the screenplay fucking blueprint. Like that's
everything.
What it is.
But like when you're talking about like remakes, right? Like don't remake an action movie. Make another action movie, because they're the same movie over and over. You don't remake those.
We have a conversation every
Lexi.
I totally agree with you, but at the same time, like
Loki.
if you expect a hero's journey movie not to follow the hero's journey, it's not ever going to happen. Like that's not how it works. Like
not gonna do.
That's the process of it.
Not gonna do.
You know what? Like, okay, I saw this movie called Love. There's this movie that came out recently. It's called Love and Monsters. Nobody watched it.
Oh, that's a good movie. It's a movie.
Like,
I love it a lot.
Nobody watched it. That was a movie that was a formulaic film
in for that fucking
that
fool. He's
is good for kids, that like everybody could watch, right? But like nobody watched it and nobody gave a shit about it. Even though it was a formulaic film, it was fresh and original. You know what I'm saying? The formula's there. All the templates are there. It was all
zombie
the basic
movie replaced
shit.
by big giant bugs.
But it was still fun, fresh, and
Justin,
original.
you'll be back in the show next week. Let's talk.
There's a way to do formulaic and make it fun, fresh, and original. And it's like that's what they're not getting. And that's what I'm saying, like with Marvel and all of this stuff. None of it is fun, fresh, and original. And
but Loki is so fresh though, Lexi. It's so different. Sean, support us here, Sean. It's so different.
It's not like what it is that Marvel's gone. Okay, now we have to like break our templates because we can't follow our templates anymore. And so now we have to like go into multiverse shit, because when you're out of whatever, you multiverse, and that's what everybody does. It's lazy work. It's laziness.
Shit that they're just regurgitating.
It's laziness.
Lazy. And everything. However,
multiverse and time travel. It's what you go to when you run out of shit. It's like Lost. Oh, we've run out of shit. Time for time travel. Time for time travel for season 4. Oh, Lost is the worst fucking show ever made. People should be embarrassed for fucking that show. That show's garbage.
Lost is so good. You know what? I'm gonna put it out there because people want to fucking trash Lost.
2 seasons. 2 seasons of Lost are good. The rest of it is shit.
Oh my god.
Shut up, Brandon Peoples. We started watching this. Drink until it's Lexi is done. Drink until Lexi is done.
Well, to agree with Lexi, Lost is trash. I have seen it. I got into it. It's fucking trash.
Lost is not
Everyone
trash.
guessed the season finale.
And you know what's amazing about Lost? The best part about Lost?
Everyone guessed the show finale.
Lost is a show with one of the best casts I've ever seen, and 2 of the worst main actors I've ever seen in my entire life. And the whole show revolves around Kate and that fucking terrible other guy. And like all of the other people are superb. Superb actors, and then like the whole show focuses on these 2 dreadful actors. I was like, "Who the fuck made this show?"
Going back to
Loki. Okay,
going back
around, back to town, and back to now. So Loki,
I will not shit. I will not shit on. I will not shit on.
Jacob needs more drinks.
I'm drinking.
I just want to say, you asked for this. You asked.
Get in there. Get in that ass. Get in that ass.
Everyone, shut your fucking mouth. I appreciate that you think that fucking we're talking about 9 other things, but we're talking about Loki. Okay? So we realize I think you're not into Loki. Jacob, you lost your turn because that took so long. Ryan, we're moving on to the next topic. Thank you.